Hello, and welcome to day 6 of the 7 days of Cubemas, where we play Vintage Cube every day until it goes away. Um, Today, we are going to be running back this Esper Reanimator control thing. Um, for the last 2 rounds of the league, and then maybe fire up another one before I have to sign off for the day. Um, but since we are here, we won the die roll, which is good. Lands, spells, stuff to do. We're going to keep it. This currency converter into Jace as the basic plan. Play a basic swamp first. Currency converter, pass the turn. Opponent with the Bayou. A Thoughtseize. Blocks Diamond. Okay. Okay. Polluted Delta. Okay. Little bit of acceleration from our opponent. We're just going to play this Jace. Pass the turn. Drawing Airtie's not terrible here. But we're looking for one of our fatties, and our opponent fetching. Jace might get bolted or fatal pushed or assassin's trophied, maybe even. Don't quite know what my opponent's doing with Raugrin Triumph. Okay, so they have Domain and Badlands. Okay, this looks like the lands deck. Yeah, and to Territorial Kavu. Yep, that is a giant 5/5. Okay, drawing Zagoth Triumph isn't terrible. We're gonna loot here. I don't think we're gonna have time to cast this Mystic Confluence. But we'll go ahead and put it under the currency converter anyways, which is perfectly fine. We can hold up this Fairy Mastermind or Collective Brutality. This Territorial Kavu is also like sort of Graveyard Hate, but that is perfectly okay. What is the plan? Looting? Are we looting? There's no cards in my graveyard currently, unless you want to exile your lands. I don't know. But I think my opponent's going to loot here. We're not really showing ourselves to be... No, just exiling a land. It looks like they like all of the cards in their hand, which is not great, but... Horizon Canopy. 4 mana. Oracle of Moldiah. Alright, we'll flash in a Fairy Mastermind. And then at the end, Mox Ruby on top. Alright, end of turn. We'll go ahead and make 2/2. Death is not a great card here. Actually, it's fine. Let's loot with Jace. If we find a fatty, we do not. Okay, so we'll discard the swamp. We can go ahead and put it under currency converter. I think in at the beginning of combat, we will air tie the territorial Kavu unless my opponent plays something bigger, in which case we can air tie that and Ren in 6. Well, that makes exiling their land not the greatest. Yeah, I think that's fine. They can get the polluted delta out of their yard. Omnath. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Well, in that case, I am going to... I'll go ahead and put the Omnath in their hand. Because I just... we're just looking to draw into one of our big dumb things. All right, lose focus. That'll probably counter the Omnath. Our opponent's already played a land, has only played one land a turn for the turn, and doesn't have a land on top, but they do have Sylvan Library, which is upsetting. I will trade with Oracle if they attack. I didn't think so. Go ahead and make a treasure. Pass the turn. Alright. Loot with Jace. Discard the Dark Lake Shores. And put it under the converter. Play land. We will kill the Oracle of Moldiah. I should have tapped double black for that, not that it matters. But so we know the top card of their library is Mosswork Dread Knight. Here we're just going to take Renin 6 off the board. They can block the rogue token, but Renin 6 will still die. And then we will pass the turn, holding up lose focus. And then on my turn, we can flip this Jace. And they put 2 cards back. Okay. They do have... It looks like they're going to cast Omnath. Inferno Titan. No, we can't have that. We're just going to counter it from your graveyard. Yep. We're just going to counter the Inferno Titan. I want to keep this Jace around. I think it's just going to do a bunch of work. And since they're tapped out, we can make another treasure. And at this point, we can just hard cast whatever thing we draw. Well, that's kind of awesome. We'll go ahead and put that underneath. I'm going to go ahead and reanimate this Inferno Titan. And then murder blocks diamond so it doesn't do the blocking thing. Plus Jace, no targets. Attack with everything past the turn. Holding up currency converter if we need to. If not, I'm not super worried about it. And my opponent's like dead on board. So you won't even really have to show them life death or anything else we draw for that matter. They can play Omnath. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Which draws them a card and came. Okay, so they go to 14. They go to 12. That's risky, opponent. I'm gonna actually cancel. I'm gonna go ahead and make treasure because what I can do here is bounce the Omnath with Mystic Confluence. Draw 2 cards, return target creature to its owner's hand. And that will do it. And I don't have to show them any more cards because this is 11, 14. All right, that is game 1. Sideboarding. We don't really have too much for this matchup. Virtue of Persistence is probably okay. But what do I not want here? Fairy Mastermind seems a little weak in when they have Ren and 6, and they're not really drawing cards. Spellseeker is fine. It fetches one of our combo cards in Entomb or it fetches something to put something in the graveyard, which is fine. So I think I'm going to bring in this Virtue of Persistence and cut this Fairy Mastermind. Because if they're playing Blocks Diamond, this hand is poop. We'll go ahead and ship that back. This hand, on the other hand, is pretty good. I think I'm going to ship this Liliana because I can play Curtains on 1. And I don't currently have double black for it. And being on the draw, it can tell me whether or not I have time to play Shell Dock on one. Well, they didn't do anything. Okay. I'm going to play the currency converter here. And then I can play curtains and Shell Dock on 2. And then we should be good to go. They didn't fetch for Ralgren Triome. Okay. Bayou Tundra. All right, so their mana base is great. Neshoba Brawler. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to Lochthwain Scorn that. Because that is that's a pretty decent clock. Because even if I wanted to show and tell this virtue into play, I would still be perfect. Yep, yep. They pegged me as Reanimator, which is fine. Now that we know about Hearse, I'm not super concerned here. I'll go ahead and play this Shell Dock out. Because I have a feeling where, yep, and sticking the troll underneath it's great. And then pass the turn here. Still only having 1 black mana is kind of awkward. But if we need to, we'll be okay. We can always loot for something like a treasure if we need to. Omnath, Oracle. That's fine. Land. That's your second land for turn. Okay. Here, what do we want to do? I think it's just flip curtains. See what they're working with. Questing Druid. I mean, they can keep that. I don't. I don't particularly care about that card because I can Spell Seeker for Bitter Triumph at this point. And if I draw the Scalding Tarn had no fetchables. Okay, so maybe their mana base isn't as good as I thought it was. I mean, three fetch lands and 3 fetch lands, 3 duels, 4 fetch lands. Right. Gonna get Basic Forest. Sounds like a Basic Forest. Oh, Temple Garden. Okay. You're gonna Seek the Beast. Yep. What did you exile? Lotus Cobra and Tom Brady. That's fine. Can I cast a Lotus Cobra? Yeah. That's until your next end step. So Questing Beast is gone, which is great. Attacking. I don't think you're winning this race, opponent. And I didn't draw land, so we know the top card of their library is Outland Liberator. I think I'm going to cast Spellseeker and get Preordain. I'm just looking to draw lands. And I already have a removal spell. So I just want to draw another. Oh, that's perfect. Top, play Swamp, and then attack my opponent for 3. Because Revealing Eye has Menace, which means this Lotus Cobra can't chump. We don't know what their last card in hand is. But they're literally just exiling cards from my graveyard. That's fine. Showdown. Okay. They're just like 5-colored do stuff. Which is okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm not super worried at the moment. Yeah, Questing Druid is fine. Actually, we can F6 here. So they're probably going to play. Oh no, that's a Wrenn and 6. Okay, so that makes the Questing Druid a 2/2, which is fine. We know the last card in hand is an Outland Liberator. Yep, killing the Spellseeker is fine. Yep. We'll just attack Wrenn and 6 here. If they want to trade the Questing Druid for the Revealing Eye, that's fine. Okay. Do I Mystic Confluence them? Was that the plan? No, I can just Collector Brutality the Unlicensed Hearse. Oh, just exiling 1 card? That's fine. Yep. Yep. Okay. Target creature gets -2/-2. And we're not quite at Flip Troll. There's a Tribal Flames. So we got to watch out for that. I do think at the end of turn we're going to loot and pitch this show and tell. Yep. Yep. And they're going to flip this Tribal Flames and hit me for a bunch of damage. That's okay. And they have Augur of Autumn on top. So they can play the 2 lands. They can cast all 4 cards, which is fine. Yeah, I'll take 5, go to 11, take 6, go to 5, go to 4. No, just get back Wooded Foothills. All right, that's fine. Oh, instead, I lied. I can just cast the troll. Because they flipped 4 cards. And here, we're going to block the Outland Liberator. Yep, that's fine. So we know the last card in their hand is a Wooded Foothills. You're a 6/5. All right, I'm going to cast this Baleful Strix. It's not great. What do you have in your graveyard, opponent? Anything? Nothing? All right, so I'm at 7, 6, 5. 4, 3. 3. I think I live. Oh, wait. Ah, crap. That didn't work. I should have attacked Ren in 6. Oh, wait, no. No, I should be okay. I'm missing a card they revealed. I mean, they had to put 2 cards back, which is fine. If they found... All right, we'll see. We'll see if my opponent sees the line. Because I made a mistake. I should have just held up Mystic Confluence. Oh, they don't have any cards in their hand. Okay. Okay. So they can draw the Arboreal Grazer. Play the Arboreal Grazer. It's +1. All right. Let's see if they see the line. Because they can cast this Dryad, which is fine. I mean, I made a mistake. I should not have cast a Baleful Strix and just bounced all their creatures. Have they activated? They have not. Okay. Yeah, you have a bunch of creatures. So, in order for them to win this game, they have to shoot the Baleful Strix with the Wrenn and 6. If they don't shoot the Baleful Strix with Wrenn, we win. Yep. Right click, attack all. Yep. Yep. I made a terrible mistake. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So they have okay. I think we want Valky, and I think we can get rid of Life Death. We only have Baleful Strix and Currency Converter that are affected by what you call it? Outland Liberator. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we I'm gonna go ahead and play the curtains on one. And if we draw a land, we can play Ledger Shredder. If we don't draw a land, we can cycle Troll. And then all right, Swamp Cycle. I'll just go ahead and get Zagoth Triumph here. Because a tap land is a tap land doesn't really matter. But I needed a swamp anyways for Snuff Out. And if they go Bayou, Kavu, yeah, just first 2 lands of the match, Rauger Triumph, Bayou. If they go Kavu, we're okay because we can snuff that out right away. Tribal Flames the curtain. Yep, sure. Blue, black. Call it a good day. I can entomb now to put a counter on the Ledger Shredder. And still be able to hold up Snuff Out. All right. Well, we'll discard this Mystic Confluence. And then entomb, I don't know. Ashen Rider. Because we can cast. I mean, if we draw Necromancy, Ashen Rider is just going to be a beast in this matchup. if it's also the hardest card for us to cast. See what our opponent plays here. They already used Tribal Flame, so Ledger Shredder's kind of out of the woods there. Augur of Autumn. I mean, that's fine. They don't have a land on top of their library, which is great. One more land and we cast this Grave Titan. We have a Snuff Out for something like Omnath or Inferno Titan. And Inferno Titan doesn't even kill Ledger Shredder. They have to double spell to kill Ledger Shredder, and that might not even do it. All right, there's a Wrenn and 6. That's fine. Yep. Picks up the Windswept Teeth. On the race. I wouldn't be... Okay. I can cast Preordain here. It's pretty good. Liliana of the Veil. No. We'll put the probe on top of our library. Because that's a pretty decent card to draw. Next turn. Oh, I get to loot it away. That's even better. And I can keep all these cards. And then Liliana will get rid of this Augur. Seems pretty good. Play an island. And then I can attack Wrenn and 6 for 3. It puts it a 1. If they want to delete Wrenn and 6 to get rid of Liliana, I'm okay with this. Yep. That's a 2 for 1, so I'm okay. Looking to draw a land, necromancy. Lands and spells are good. Triggering Ledger Shredder. Unsure how wise that is. I'll probably just discard this Snuff Out. Yeah, definitely going to discard this Snuff Out because I can show and tell in the Grave Titan. I mean, they did show me Inferno Titan in game 1. I'm gonna double spell here. See if we draw a dragon. Because I would much rather... No, we're gonna discard the Baleful Strix. Let's see what they play. This could backfire. Primeval Titan. Okay, that's not terrible. My Ledger Shredder blocks the Primeval Titan. It also gets blocked by the Grave Titan, and it doesn't matter. Oh, they're a Field of the Dead deck. Okay. Well, let's see which zombie army proves superior. Actually, it'll be... I think I end up winning this race. Because I can flip Jace and cast Mystic Confluence. So they have to find a way to remove Jace or my 3 creatures. Winds of Abandon. Well, we died. Right? Unless we draw Necromancy or Astral Dragon. Alright, so we have to draw Necromancy or Astral Dragon. Because Astral Dragon can copy Field of the Dead. No. Well, we died to a board wipe. That happens. Maybe I'm not supposed to cast the Show and Tell there. But so we're 1-1. Let's play for our money back. And we'll see what we got going on. While we wait, never mind. On the draw in round 3. Okay. We don't have reanimate specifically, so doing the natural discard isn't spectacular. Okay. Here we have turn 2 troll, which is fine. LED. That's not good. Our opponent's a combo gamer. Yep. Just echoing on 1. Okay. That's not great. What'd you draw, opponent? Well, their hand's not great either, so we'll just play Shelldock on 1. Ashen Rider. That's a good one to stick under the Shelldock. We do have a bunch of uncastable spells in this hand, but we do have spells to cast. Are you going to Demonic Tutor on 2? Yep. Sure. That's fine. Alright, so there's something very similar to what we're doing, which means this Snuff Out is probably just going to hit the Sentinel if I draw a Swamp. I like to draw a Swamp. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and play this Jace on 2. That's fantastic. That opens up anything we could want to do. We have a Strip Mine. That's not great. Yeah. Okay, so the Ashen Rider goes away. That's fine. We still have the Grave Titan. We also have a counter spell, so we can actually counter the Sentinel. Sunken Ruins. Yep. I'm just going to counter this. I don't want them to get map tokens. We know their hand is half lands. So we'll loot with Jace. Discard, probably Snuff Out. All right, looking to draw a land. That's not a land. Cancel, cancel. It's also not the correct land. Discard uncastable spells. Plus, play this true name. See what we can do from here. Okay, Ramanap Strip Mine is fine. I mean, like, you still have to beat this true name. Swamp. Yep, we'll pay 3 life. Plus Jace. Done. Pass the turn, attack for 3. So we know our opponent has 3 lands in hand. Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, that's fine. Played the Verdant and is leaving up mana. Okay. Plus, target the Elvish Reclaimer. Attack for 3. Cast Entomb. Get Astral Dragon. Cast Death. Target the Astral Dragon. Copy Badlands. And put my opponent dead on board. 13 exactly. Opponent searching their deck, trying to figure out how they can win. Mazavith means they win the game. Or not win the game. Mazavith stabilizes for a turn. Damnation would make me sad. Plays a Flooded Strand. We didn't know about that. We know they have 2 lands in hand. Just gonna plus this Jace and make my opponent do something. Attack with everything. It's 13, sir. Beseiju my Badlands. Yep. Yep. Get Zagoth Triome, I guess. Okay, my opponent's at 3. Cast Baleful Strix. I don't think showing them Baleful Strix is is going to be meaningful. Yep. I mean, it blocks and makes sure Jace can do stuff next turn. Okay, rotating forest into what? Nurturing peatland. Okay, that's a redraw. Opponent's at 2. Godless Shrine. Or just showing me a bunch of lands. Okay, what do we got? What do we got, opponent? I mean, I'm F6. I can't do anything. Yep, wins the game. Okay. I am going to take a quick break in between games, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I have returned. Don't particularly know what my opponent is on, but I think Mystic Confluence is going to be a bit expensive. So I'm just going to do the 1-for-1 swap here, and we'll see if we need to do other things if we get to a game 3. All right, I'm going to mulligan this no lander. This doesn't have a black source, so we're going to go to 5, unfortunately. All right, this I have to keep. I think I'm so definitely putting back this Spell Seeker, and I think we're putting back Necromancy. I think that has to be it. Because if we draw land, we can play Currency Converter on 1, Shredder on 2, and Gitaxian Probe. If we don't draw land, we might have to. Well, we have 2 draws for a second land. 3 technically with Gitaxian Probe. That is technically a second land. Yeah, I think we'll still play Currency Converter on 1. If we get Spell Pierced, we get Spell Pierced. No Spell Pierce. Okay, just fetching to save time. Again, hoping to draw a. That's not drawing a land. Okay, Let's Jackson probe our opponent, see what they got. We didn't draw a land, but so they have Excavator and Sentinel. Okay. So we have to swamp cycle this troll. I'm going to put it directly underneath the currency converter. Go get a Zagoth Triome because I can't cast anything anyways. And I don't particularly care about taking 2 from the Wayfinder. Especially if they play like especially if they play like Ramanap. But next turn I can I'm gonna play Shredder. Because they didn't have like a strip mine in the bin. If they flip, nope, they flip Vampiric Tutor, which is weird. But they put Flooded Strand into play. That's fine. At the end of turn, I'm going to make a 2/2 into Sentinel. Yep, that's fine. Make a 2/2. Not drawing lands, but we're gonna cast Ledger Shredder here, and I think we have to snuff out the Sentinel. Missing on lands is not great, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this Ashen Rider in the graveyard. I mean, then we can double block the Wayfinder even through a removal spell. But we know the contents of our opponent's hand. The Sentinel's in the graveyard. They haven't played a land yet for turn. Let's see. They could map token the Wayfinder, which would be annoying. They can go Flooded Strand or fetch Excavator, fetch map token. There's a fetch. There's the map token. What they reveal? Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. Left it on top. No, binned it. All right. So that's in the bin. There's the Excavator we know about. Probably going to play the Flooded Strand. No, playing Godless Shine from hand. Okay, so we know their last card is Basic Swamp. Well, land is good. Bottom, top, play Basic Swamp. Cast this Fairy Mastermind, trigger the Ledger Shredder. What do we draw? Another basic island. All right, that's sweet. Put that under the currency converter. here. We can attack with the Ledger Shredder because we have double blocks. And we're less worried about Strip Mine because we have the treasure token off the currency converter. Which I'm just going to make at the end of turn. Jace. We can double spell here. Play Jace. Because I care less about this card resolving. Loot with the Ledger Shredder. Discarding Airtie is not great, but it's fine. Yes. Discard with Lily. Opponent puts Woodfall Primus in the graveyard. Okay, so they must have played that Swamp. I will attack for 5 in the air. Because we have another 2/2 sitting and waiting. What is this? Corpse Dance. The Woodfall Primus in the end step. Okay. Yep. With buyback. So they're just going to blow up all my non-creature permanents. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm straight going to double block this Wayfinder. If they want to continue to blow up my lands right now, I'm just going to triple block it. So we'll take 8, and the Woodfall Primus will get exiled at the end of turn. Okay. Attack with everything except for Jace. Puts my opponent to 2. Loot. If we draw Collective Brutality, we win. No. Virtue of Persistence also wins. Well, it doesn't win, but make sure we don't die. Because we end up going to 6. And then plus Jace, no targets. Pass the turn. All right. What are they? All right. Oh, they're gonna entomb an Archon. What's the big? Yeah, we're dead to the Archon. Dead to the Archon. I don't think we can do anything. Maybe. Alright, so they draw a card. And we're gonna sacrifice a rogue token. That's irrelevant. What do we draw? Nothing. Okay, so we're dead. Go to game 3. Alright, so here we most certainly don't want show and tell. That would be very, very bad for us. We want this Mystic Confluence and Valky. And we only saw Corpse Dance. What do we want here? Airtie. Is that? Are you an exile? No, you're a discard. So we don't want this Concealing Curtains. Submit. Draw. Yeah, this hand is fine. We can play Shelldock on 1, Ledger Shredder on 2. Hopefully cast 2 spells into death. Grave Titan underneath, I guess. If we get Strip Mind, we'll be very sad. Snuff Out's a good card. We can draw a Gataxian Probe. I will be very, very excited because then we can turn to Ashen Rider. No green mana. Okay. True Name Nemesis. Yep. Play the Zagoth Triome. See what my opponent does. Looks like they're holding up either a counter spell or a removal spell, both of which is fine. I don't particularly care either way. Oh, they are like 5-color nonsense. Baleful Strix. Okay. That does stuff. Into currency converter. Yeah, we'll discard this Ashen Rider. I mean, if they have Necromancy or Reanimate, we'll feel real bad about life. But we only saw Corpse Dance last game. So we really want to draw a lose focus, not a lose focus. So let's cast Valky. Just to see what my opponent's got going on. Corpse Dance and Shallow Grave. And they just drew green mana. So I think we'll take the Dryad. And that's fine. Death, target the Ashen Rider. Loot. Discard this swamp because it's unnecessary. Yes. Resolves. I take a bunch of damage. Get rid of this green source. Attack with everything. Alright. Basic swamp. Yep. And we win the match. So that is a 2-1 with this blue-black reanimator deck. We did get to do the Ashen Rider blow up your land thing. Overall, I think this deck was fine. Like that, we could have used an Archon. We could have. I could have played better. You know, little things like that. All right, let's run back another stream or another draft. We'll see if we can pull off my third trophy of this season. And what do we open? All right, snapping off this Mox Ruby. Don't particularly care what else is in the pack, but there's a Gristlebrand if we want to do the Reanimator thing. There's True Name, which is an okay card. Zagoth Triome if you just kind of want to stay open. Porcelain Legionnaire is a good card in the aggressive decks. Wedding Announcement, good for the white deck. Glory Bringer is good for the big red deck. But we're going to take this Mox Ruby and enjoy our power. This also does keep us more open than the Zagoth Triome. Here I'm going to take this Fiery Confluence. This is just a banger of a Magic card. I do like Currency Converter. I do like Patchwork Automaton. I'm a big Cryptic Command gamer. It's one of my favorite Magic cards. But here we're going to take this Fiery Confluence and enjoy blowing up things. Here we can take a Gut. I've really grown to enjoy Gut in the aggressive decks. Volcanic Island is a super good Magic card. And maybe this Chrome Mox Wheels. So it's between these two. But I've had a lot of success with the red aggro decks into Showdown's a good card. Blood Tithe Harvester if we want to go black red mid range. Brain Freeze. I'm going to take this Magda here. This Mutavault will probably wheel. Um, turn 2 Magna into turn 2 Gut, sacrifice the treasure, hit you for 8. Here, I can take this Solitude and speculate on red-white, like red-white aggro. Because this Soul Scar Mage is almost certainly wheeling. Staff of the Storyteller is fine. Spellseeker's fine. We didn't haven't seen an LED, so this Echo's just kind of there. Same thing with this Memory Jar. There was no LED, no Fast Bond, but I'm gonna take the very powerful card, and if like we don't go into red white, because we did see Showdown, if we see like Comet, Othari, um, Fourth Airlingus, if we open those. I don't think I want to take this Inferno Titan. I think that's just too big. This Epicure will almost certainly wheel. I could take the Scrubland, but we don't have a Bloodstained Mire or Arid Mesa yet. We'll stay with the speculation. Selfless Spirit is a fine enough magic card. Here you can take the Flicker with Solitude's pretty good. Seasoned Hollowblade's fine. I'm actually going to take this Fatal Push. I've seen a lot of black cards go around. Here I'm going to cement myself into red. Unfortunately, passing like Thalia and Hero, but Hellrider with Gut is just so good. We're not quite sure what our second color is gonna be, if we're gonna be a second color. But we would really like if Glorybringer comes back. It did not. Okay. I'll take this wedding announcement into Wandering Emperor. Okay. So now we're looking for red-white lands. Take this Winds of Abandon as a removal spell. Yeah, and here's Showdown. Okay. Okay, we're in the right lane. We're in the right lane. So we'll take this Saheeli. I don't think we're gonna play it though. Shattered Sanctum. Okay. All right. So what else do we want? We want Mana Crypt, red white duels. We didn't open power. Okay. So I'm going to take this Prismatic Vista and try and wheel either Intrepid Adversary or Earthshaker Kenra. I would prefer the Adversary, but I would not be upset with Earthshaker Kenra. Prismatic Vista is just a 5-color land. It gets us either one of our colors if we want it. Here I'm going to snap off this Othari. This is one of the big reasons to be in red-white. So there's a path to exile. We do already have a Winds of Abandon, and it might come back. Um, but I'm definitely going to take this plateau. One of the biggest weaknesses to red white is the fact that you are playing a second color, which makes both of these um, both of these decks worse overall. Here, I'm going to take this Burst Lightning. Cheap removal is good. It's good with Soulscar Mage. Here, I could take Beaumont Courier and try and wheel this Arc Trail or this Mishra's Factory. Yeah, I'm going to take the Beaumont Courier. You tend to empty your hand a lot in these decks. There's Kithian. That will almost certainly wheel. All these other cards are better. But it's either going to be Kithian or Deserted Beach. So I'm going to take the Sacred Foundry. Going back to the other, what I have already said about. We just need to make this mana good. And here now, any red or white fetch land fetches for both of our colors, which is great. Here, nothing really for us. This Embereth Shield Blade. Blech. The Embereth Shield Breaker is fine. It's probably going to go on the board. We're going to have a bunch of 2-drops. And it's a good sideboard card against the artifact decks or anything trying to ramp. Now, and like I said, the Earthshaker kind of wheeled, which is fine. Is a fine Magic card. The Pathton Wheel, no, that was in the next pack. So here it's between Dismember and Cathar Commando. I think since I just took a 2-drop, I'm going to take the Dismember because removal is really good. I'm going to take this Miscalc away from somebody. I don't particularly care about those lands. Okay. We can... I mean, we can take Bergie. We're probably not going to play her. I mean, where are we at? 20... We're at 17 playables already. Yeah, I mean that's fine for what, halfway through pack 2. If I can find something to replace this Winds of Abandon, I will be super happy. Here I'll take the Mishra's Factory. I'm not excited about it, but I'll take it nonetheless. Wow. Okay. Take the Jace, I suppose. I didn't expect Kithian to not come back. Ember Cleave, I don't quite think is good enough. It's like the 24th card in a deck like this. The 24th playable. Here, there's a couple cards. There's Palace Jailer, Pyrokinesis, Wasteland. I don't think we want another double white expensive card. Um, there's also Portable Hole. Um, but I think I'm gonna take the Wasteland. Um, no, I lied. This Pyrokinesis is gonna be better. Pitch Bells are just at a. We got past a time lock. Do I? I think I take it because there's one, two, three, four cards I would take on the wheel. Yeah, I'm gonna take this time lock. And then if we can find, because we already have one blue source, if we can find like a Scalding Tarn or a Flooded Strand, um, I would be super okay with playing it. If we don't find one, like I'm not upset. Here, I'm gonna take Paolo just to fill in the curve a little bit. All right, I'm going to put this Mistress Factory in the board because I kind of want to play this time lock. And if we find another like blue-white land, like a Jeskai Triome would be great. Um, here, there's an Esper Sentinel and a Firebolt. I think I'm going to take the Esper Sentinel. This way I have a 1-drop to play for on a basic planes. Well, there's a Restless Bivouac that I don't, that might wheel. And if it doesn't, I'm not upset. But do I really want like another middling 2-drop? Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, technically 1-drops. And here's Fury and Talisman and Glimmer Lens, which I would also be like excited to play. But I'm gonna take this Fury for the same reason I took Solitude. Like pitch bells are just super good. Here we'll take the Figure of Destiny. It's like one of the best 1-drops in the archetype. All right, so it's 12, 16, 16 lands currently. Okay. Um, nope, we'll take this Delayed Blast Fireball. Um, we'll put this Time Lock in the board and be okay about it. Yep, yep. No blue sources for us. Nobody's on the retrofitter. Okay, so do I make my mana worse to play Time Walk, or do I just take this Najila and be happy about having aggressive Magic cards? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna take this Najila and be happy about it. Take this Breach for no reason. Take the Fallen. No, we're going to take the Thopter Foundry because we saw the. Take this Wrath of God board. Oh, well, I'll play Gataxian Probe. Just just effectively cut the number of cards in my deck. And Blade Splicer, last pick. You love to see it. Okay. So we're gonna have to cut some cards. But we might actually be able to finish this league before I have to leave. Okay. These two are colorless cards. They don't actually matter. They don't actually cost mana. Okay, so where are we at? 9, 15, or 13? All right, so we have to cut a bunch of cards. All right, cut the Selfless Spirit. Cut Earthshaker Kenra as the worst of my 2-drops. So I think we're going to play on 16 lands. And I think 6 and 6 is fine. So we get to cut one more card. All right. Let's sort by mana value. You're a land. We got a bunch of 1-drops, a bunch of 2-drops. You're a 1-drop. I'm never casting you for anything that's not 1 mana. Othari at the top end. Okay. Any removal spells we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think I can cut this Winds of Abandon because I think I'm cutting a removal spell. And I think it's this Winds of Abandon. Not only is it sorcery speed, and we already have Fiery Confluence and Fury at sorcery speed, it gives my opponent a land or multiple lands. If we can bring it in if we need to, but I think that's probably the card to cut. And we have some good sideboard options if we need to. But I think we're just going to play this and call it good as an open. Alrighty. Actually, before we get started in round 1, I would like to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you stopping by, and I will be live tomorrow at noon Eastern, and we will be playing day 7 of the 7 days of Cubemas. I don't know if I'll make it in time to do a round on Saturday. But this video will be uploaded to YouTube after I'm off stream, and you can find the link to that in my link tree below. And again, I just want to say thank you for watching, and let's get into it. We have won the die roll. This hand has 3 lands, a 1-drop, and a redraw, and a 4-drop. We'll keep it. Play Soulscar Mage on 1. Pass the turn. I'm not going to play this Gitaxian Probe right away. I'll play it next turn looking for a 2-drop or a second red source for Hellrider. And it also pumps the Soulscar Mage. My opponent's on Fast Bond. That's it's a bit sketchy, their opponent, against the Mountain Soulscar Mage. Tehedron Crab. Okay, so their lands, we would not have drawn a 2-drop. It's Gitaxian Probe, my opponent. Though, to be fair, we don't know in which order those were. I'm going to play a second Mountain. There's no reason to give away my second color yet. Next turn, we're going to play Wedding Announcement. The turn after that, Hellrider and Smush. Here, my opponent does have the 1 ring, so if they find a second land, they can play it, and I'll be sad. They did not. They drew Valakut Exploration. Okay. That's fine. Like I said, just lands, Wedding Announcement, Smush. Smush. The name of the game is Be Aggressive. Be aggressive. Next turn, they can play Tireless Tracker. They found Strip Mine. Okay. Are they going to play the 1 ring? Are they going to strip me? I don't think stripping me is the best idea. They exiled Preordain. Okay, so they're casting Preordain and then maybe playing the Tireless Tracker if they find another land. We're looking for a bottom here. Opponent in the tank. I don't know what you would do. So one top, 1 bottom, it looks like. So they did hit a land. If they go, what did they hit off that? Deeproot Wayfinder, right? Yeah. So they are strip mining me. Okay. So if we draw a red, okay, Lawnmower into Deeproot. Okay. We're looking to draw a red card, or a card we can cast. I mean, that's not the worst. So I can We can attack with everything, and then after blocks, pyro their board. And if they don't block, we can get rid of the 2 mana dorks. That's gone. But we're going to attack with both. Because we want to draw a card at the end of turn. Just the block there and the block there. Okay. I'm going to pitch Pyrokinesis to done. I'm going to pitch this Burst Lightning. Yes, I lose a human token, but I wipe their board. And that means I'm not going to get Strip Mine next turn. And we draw a Delayed Blast Fireball. That's great. So if they play Tireless Tracker, and no, just playing a land. Okay. Just playing a land. And flipped a land off Valakut. Got another one. Yup. My opponent's missing so much value off this Tireless Tracker. They hit Sail into the West. I mean, I'd be okay with a draw 7. The 1 ring. I mean, that's fine. So they're going to lose Sail into the West and deal 1 to me. So the last card in hand is a Tireless Tracker. Alright, so they're drawing a card. Drawing a second card. Playing a land. I mean, we're yielding to these triggers. They hit Crop Rotation. Okay. But that's going to go to the bin because they didn't draw a green source. I'm not going to cast this Fireball yet. I'll take 2. Oh, he drew a mountain. I'm going to play Hellrider. Just going to attack with the dorky ones. Like I said, I want to draw a card. Because if we draw Fury, I want to cast it next turn. And the Wedding Announcement flips. Well, just a Prismatic Vista. Okay, we're F6'd. We're attacking for 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 next turn. So our opponent has to do something. Find a way to bounce the ring back to their hand. Find the... Alright, chase the Mind Sculptor. Okay, that can bounce the token. Or Brainstorm if they want. But if they bounce the token, they're still dead. Nope, Brainstorming. Okay. Our opponent could have like 4 clues right now. Actually, could have way more than that. Well, they know if they're dead or not. Or if they can keep going. Um, because we have a removal spell for the tracker. We can cast literally any spell in our deck. We did lose a Thari in Showdown. Got okay. So okay. I mean, yep, yep. You get Valakut triggers. All right. So we're looking to draw Fury or Solitude. Yep. It's about what I expected. So they hit another land. What they hit? Green Sun Zenith. Okay. So can they Zenith for one? What happens if they Zenith for one? They get a mana dork. Or if they do have Dryad Arbor, they can get that, kill the token. No, just Zenith for one. Okay, so yep, yeah, that's fine. Are you done? It's like you're done. Oh, that's a Solitude. All right, so we're gonna play Mountain. If I Fireball, they take two, go to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I Solitude, they go up to 11. Okay, so it has to. Hmm. Yeah, it has to be Fireball. Because I have to get rid of both of their creatures. I can't let this Dryad stay in play when they have a Valakut. Um, I'm just gonna ignore Jace. F6. Um, because they have to block the Hell Rider, because otherwise they die of the ring. As it is, they go to 1, but they do get to see a bunch of magic cards next turn. Um, which is fine. But they can't play more than one land or they die. So it looks like they're Teamer Valakut and just playing the Spar's headquarters. Okay, so they drew 3 cards. Or they're brainstorming off Jace. We don't know if this Tireless Tracker is in their hand anymore. I don't. It probably is because they've seen a bajillion cards because they played a bunch of lands last turn. But anyways, so this Rod is Firebrand should be an Earthshaker's kind of, because I'd be able to entomb it, win the game, even if they play a creature. So honestly, I think my opponent was supposed to ring first before they brainstorm because they'll end up seeing so many more cards. Um, but they have to find a way to gain life, remove my creatures, and remove their One Ring. Because they're dead in so many ways. Blockers don't save them. The If they have a way to bounce and replay the One Ring, we will die. Upheaval. Am I getting upheavaled? I'm getting upheavaled. This is upheaval mana. All right, so if they upheaval, they can go Valid Cut Exploration land, or wait, 8, 9, down to 3. Yeah, they can either go Valid Cut Exploration land or land the One Ring. No, played their land for turn. So they're locked into this mana, whatever it is. Prismatic Omen. Okay. Are you shifting? They have 8 cards left. If they're scape shifting, they need 6 more lands in 8 cards. Okay, show me 6 lands and 8 cards. Show me 6 lands and 8 cards. Show me 6 lands. Three, 6, 9, 12, 16. Son of a. All right. Yep. Plus Valid Cut Expiration. I am dead. I am dead. Tireless Tracker, Golos, Green Sun, Birds. Alright, so we know everything but the cards in play, or in their hand. Okay. I mean, we'll lose game 1. It was close, because we die to the exploration, which is fine. Because I don't have a white card to pitch to Solitude. Because if I was able to pitch a white card to Solitude, I can opponent just needs to pass the turn and we lose. If they play land, they die to Fast Bond. Yeah. Opponent having the win on board and killing themselves. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So this Rodda's Firebrand can go. I am going to make that switch. We did not get the the. Yep. Yep. Okay. Shield breaker we don't want. We don't have any way to remove enchantments. Okay, so I also think we want the Selfless Spirit. I think we need to I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive. We don't have haste. So Ken was better. I don't think we need Showdown. The lifelink on Othari is might come into play. Same thing with the Wandering Emperor. But so we'll run it back. Let's run it like that. And then cool. We will keep this. Has a removal spell for a 1-drop like that. Actually, I'm not going to worry too much about it. The plan next turn is to play Esper Sentinel and dismember whatever 3-drop they play. If they play like Tireless Tracker or Dryad, yeah, that has to die. Okay, I just guess I'm just killing the Dryad because I can't let them. You can't let the Scapeshift player untap with Dryad. Attack for 1. Cycle Spara's headquarters. That's pretty good for me. All right, here we can play Esper Sentinel, level up Figure of Destiny. Attack for 2. We're on our way to do things. All right. Opponent plays Prismatic Omen, pays for the Esper Sentinel. It's not great, but all right. I think the plan is to level up Figure. If they want to trade with the Esper Sentinel, they can, and they'll take 4. They just want to chump, that's fine. That takes them off 5 mana. Unfortunately, it means if they go land Golos, they can bolt whatever. Augur of Autumn. Yep, that's fine. Next turn, I think the plan is carry Zev, foretell the fireball. Plays a Waterlogged Grove. There's 1 card in hand. Yeah. Yep. I think that's the plan. Um, and then next turn, we can play Soul Scar Mage and hopefully draw something. If we draw a Fury, that would be great. Opponent played a land off the top. Let's see what we got. What do we got, opponent? Escape Shift. Yep. Escape Shift times 6 kills me. Yep. Yep. All right. So the first round didn't. Oh, we go to game 3. Okay. Okay. So my opponent with a quick Escape Shift kill. Don't think we want anything else. I think we're just clicking submit, hoping we're faster on the play. Yes. All right. I mean, this isn't the fastest, but looking to draw a 1-drop or a Mox here. Neither. Okay. If my opponent goes Strip Mine, we'll feel real bad. We're looking to draw a red source. They can go land, Elvish Reclaimer. Yep. Yep. Okay. This Fury is going to be great. I'm not going to fire it off now. We're probably going to pitch the Fireball to kill the Dryad. I think is the plan. Like I said, the two main cards are Dryad and Prismatic Omen. And Sail into the West is tied. All right. Mox Ruby was a fantastic draw. It allows me to slam Hellrider. And I'm going to attack with Earthshaker. It's an extra point of damage. If they want to trade Elvish Reclaimer, I'm okay with this. Because I do have the Hellrider in play. If we draw land, we can cast Fury, which would be the best option. Dryad. Yeah. If we don't draw land, okay. So we're looking for a bottom here. Bottom, please. Because we know 2 of the 3 cards in their hand. If they ever cast a Sail into the West, it'll be super good for us. That was bottom. Fantastic. We did not draw a land, but I'm still just going to pitch this Fury to kill this Dryad. There's no reason to let them. And here I'm just going to main phase this Wandering Emperor just to push damage. But there's no reason to let them keep the Dryad and go like landscape shift, wipe your board. Because at this point, we can just Tameo. Okay. So that returns the Dryad. Returns the Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, just looking for a blocker. All right. Cast the spells in our hand. I will make a 2/2 and will attack Tameo. Because even if they block, Tameo still takes 1. And that means she has 2 turns before the Dryad comes back. Or they're just letting it go. Okay, so that means that Waterlogged Grove is in play. So that has to mean they have Valakut or like Scape Shift. And we're going to make this a 3/4. Sail into the west. We're embarking, sir. Yes. I would like to draw 7 cards. Those are not fantastic. What did they discard? Yep. Yep. Just overwhelm them with aggression. Mox Ruby showing its power there. Okay. Let's fire up round 2. Again, I would like to thank everybody for coming in and watching. I very much appreciate you being here. This video will be up on my YouTube. You can find that in my link tree below. I will be live again tomorrow at noon until probably 2:30-ish. All right, aggressive deck on the play with a bunch of 3-drops and 3 lands. We can do better. This is better. I'm going to bottom this Dismember. Because now both lands and spells are good. Play Soulscar on 1. Best turn. If we draw our Mox, we can play Paolo on 2. That would be good. Chrome Mox. Okay. What do we got? Pitching Devoted Druid into 2 Dorks. Well, that is the saddest pyrokinesis. I mean, I'm gonna attack. You're gonna block? No. All right, so they have 4 mana. If they have Natural Order, we're very, very sad. If it's just more mana dorks, it's 5 mana. Green Sun for 4. Questing Beast. Smells like a Questing Beast. Uvenwald Oddity. Okay. That's fine. We'll take 5. If we draw a red card, it'll be real good. Solitude would be great. More lands. Okay. Spellbinder. What do we got, opponent? Scavenging Ooze, Ramonap Excavator. Take the Scavengling Ooze. Attack for 1. Alright, so the plan next turn is to Wandering Emperor, the Oddity, and if we draw a... I'm not going to block. We'll take 5 again. No blocks. That's fine. If they want to spend all of their mana to cast a Scavenging Ooze, I'm okay with that. If we draw a red card, Scavenging Ooze it is. Okay. Red card? Red card. Mox Ruby. That's like a red card. Okay. Here, I'm going to hold this Mox Ruby. If we draw another land, we can hard cast the Pyrokinesis. We can also cast Athari. My opponent wants to attack me back for 3, 4, 3. That'd be fine. If they attack the Wandering Emperor, that's okay. But at this point, lands and spells are really good. I'll let the Wandering Emperor die. That's fine. It did its job. I'm not going to block with the Soul Scar. I want the Scavenging Ooze to be as small as it can be. If they play the Ramanop, that's fine. Yep, like I said. We drew the land. We can cast the Mox Ruby. We'll see what my opponent wants to do. If they have a fight spell, they have a fight spell. That's okay. I don't even know what the fight spell is in the cube. I thought there was one, but I'm not sure. Pyrokinesis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Wipe your board. Wipe your board. Yep, seems good. Attack you for 6. Fast turn. Opponent's at 9. Deaden 3 to Paolo. 5 mana. Green Sun for 4. If it's Questing Beast, we will be super sad. We'll be looking to draw no, it's Tireless Tracker. Okay. Fine. I want to hold this land and make my opponent think I have something. I don't really have any need to play it or to keep it in hand, so it's, you know, might as well bluff something. Rex Sage. Okay. I already cast my 6 mana spell, so blowing up my Mox Ruby is fine. I will take 3 from the Tireless Tracker. That's okay. I'm winning this race. Showdown. You love to see it. Yep. Yep. That would probably kill my opponent. do the actually we're not going to do that. We're going to bring in the Earthshaker Kenra and take out Blade Splicer. That doesn't really do too much here. And then click submit. We have a bunch of board wipes for the mana dorks. We have Fury, Solitude, Pyro, Kinesis, and kicked Fireball if we need to. Otherwise, you know, just be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay, my opponent is taking their time. I will be right back. No, my opponent still hasn't come back yet. Okay. On the draw, we would like to open with Mox. And one of our 2-drops. Be great. If not, you know, lands in our 1-drop. Lands and a 1-drop would be great. Or 2-drop, really. All right, opponent. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is my opponent salted? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe they lost connection. Maybe their cat spilled a drink on their computer. But we're just waiting. And while we're waiting, and if they have salted off, or if they have salt DC'd, I am going to go fill my empty water. They have not. Okay, what do we got? Mox 3-drop and a Fury for good measure. And a Gib Probe. So we got a redraw? Yeah, sure, why not? Forest. Chrome Mox. Pitching what? Lotus Cobra into Devoted Druid. Okay. Elite Spellbinder. More 3-drops. What do we got? Oddity, Raphaelos, Augur of Autumn. Hey, look, I found a 2-drop. Mountain, Ruby, Firebrand. Alright, so if they want to, they can power out, or they can just draw the land. Alright, Oddity. Okay, I mean, that's fine. And I'm going to take 1. Or 4. That's fine. Found a Figure of Destiny. I'm okay with that. That's a good pitch card to Fury. Here, gonna go get basic planes. Play Najila and attack for 2. Or attack for 4. And my opponent's done with me. So that was a quick 2-0. Let's go into the trophy match. And again, I'd like to thank you who showed up and is staring staring at the tiny pieces of digital cardboard with me. I am live generally every Thursday from noon to 2:30, 3 o'clock. I will be live again tomorrow to finish up Vintage Cube for the season. And as always, you can find my, if you have missed any of the stream, you can find it on my YouTube channel in the link down below. We have won the die roll for the final round, which is super good for the aggressive deck. We have 2 lands and a bunch of 3-drops and a bunch of expensive spells. We are going to mulligan that. We can do better. Have three lands, a spell we can cast, a removal spell, and a redraw. I think I'll keep that. We'll bottom the mountain. I don't want to go too much lower. What's my opponent playing? What do you got, opponent? Blue, white, Cheons. Okay. Play this Sacred Foundry tapped. Best turn. If we draw Mox next turn, that would be great. If we don't, I think we're gonna be in trouble. I'm just gonna fetch right away. I don't expect a strip mine out of my opponent. Oh, there's a Thespian stage. Interesting. Are they playing Dark Depths combo? I mean, I'm going to cast Palo. And then probably take the Brazen Borrower. Oh, they have a Skyclave Apparition. I mean, do I take that? I think I can take this Skyclave. Because if they want to bounce Palo, I can just take the Cryptic Command or the Palace Jailer as a follow-up. Yeah, Skyclave is exiled. They have these 6 cards. They do not. All right, so they played a Thespian Stage. Okay, here I am actually going to attack first. And again, if they want to like bounce with the Brazen Borrower, that's fine. Here, I'm going to put a bunch of bodies into play, because then if I draw a land or any other white card, I can pitch it to Solitude. If I draw any other red card, I can pitch it to Pyrokinesis. But my opponent is probably going to Thespian Stage an island. No, they are going to bounce the Golem token. Okay, I did not expect that. And they're not going to let me draw a card, which is fine. So they need to draw an island to cast the... Nope, just casting Lauren, which is going to blow up the Esper Sentinel. That's fine. That's okay. And they played this Plains. I'm surprised they didn't play the Palace Jailer. Could be because I have, a bunch of dorky creatures. All right, so we drew a land. It's great. I'm going to attack with everything. I mean, if they want to trade Lauren with the Blade Splicer, I'm okay with that. But I am going to hold up Solitude for plowing Paolo. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is unfortunate, because they've very much stifled our aggression. But Golos, that's not good. Into Dark Depths. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've lost this game. I mean, they can't attack with Merit Lage next turn. I mean, I'm gonna force them to play the Palace Jailer instead of Dark Depths. Is the plan. Or if they draw land, they could go Skyclave. Yep, just holding up Dark Depths, which is fine, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna attack for 4. Okay. The bouncies. See my opponent make Dark Depths. I mean, if they have a counterspell, we're very dead. They do not. But 37 life is going to be very, very hard for us to go through. I mean, we'll take 3. And then they go Palace Jailer, Eat Your Solitude. Yeah. I mean, that's okay. No, eat the Figure of Destiny. Okay. Drawing a land there was great. Because that means I can hardcast this. And then I also get my figure back and draw a card. Now, if we want to trade the Monarch back and forth, I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, cool. Cast 4 damage to each opponent, destroy target artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they have miscalculation, I can pay for it. If they have mana leak, let's level up the figure and attack for 5. Become the Snapcaster Plow. Yep. All right. So they found Snapcaster Mage. Awesome. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. I mean, I think we're dead, but I'm gonna make my opponent kill me because this. I want to catch up on time. Because I have a feeling this match is going to go pretty long. Well, Showdown's not a bad card to draw. Out of cards that I could draw. No. We'll just cast Wedding Announcement. Mostly to get a 1/1 to grow things next turn. All right, opponent. Well, now they have Cryptic Command up. That's great. Staff of the Storyteller. Sure. Yep, you make 1/1. Attacking for 2. Okay. I'll take 2. Or F6. I draw a card. Drawing a land is not great there. Let's pay 4 life and attempt to kill the spirit token. Move to the beginning of combat. Back with human token. They're going to probably bounce draw, I think. Yep, that's fine. It gets rid of the cryptic command. Let me make a 1/1. Okay. Sure. All right. So we're just losing tokens left and right. Well, that's not great. It's not great. 3. So it's 8 mana to overload this thing. I mean, I have 8 mana. All right. Okay. Let's see if that's good enough. Nope. Nope. Had a mana leak. All right. We are so very dead. But let's make up some time here real quick. Because I'll trade with the Skyclave at this point if I get the opportunity to. Because it like takes the Skyclave off the board and gives me a 2/2. And that changes the clock. Sort of. Yep. I mean, I'm attacking. You cannot block. All right, let's see. We take the Monarch. See what we draw. We need to draw Burst Lightning. No. Okay. We're very dead. All right. Game 2. We want Shield Breaker. We want Kenra. I don't think we want Winds. We can bring in the Ember Cleave. The Dismember can go. The Pyrokinesis can go. I'm still going to keep Fury. 3/3 double strike is really good. I think I can get rid of Carry Zev. And we'll just like try to go a little bit bigger. Yep. Yeah. Nope. I mean, that's probably okay. We'll bottom the Ember Cleave. We just need to draw some lands. Okay. Beaumont Courier is not a terrible draw. It attacks. And I mean, if I have to pitch this Fury, I can pitch this Fury. All right, make it a 1/1. Draw a Hellrider. It's not a land. I'll pitch Othari because I'm a million miles away from that. We just need to push damage. Like, land, a Mox, anything. Nothing. Oh, this is going to feel really, really, really bad. Send in the Beaumont. Block. Yep. Okay. Activate Beaumont. Like I said, feels really, really, really bad. Because those were my most powerful cards. So I think we're gonna go 2-1. I mean, if we draw Showdown into a bunch of stuff, I think we'll be okay. But I don't. I think we're super far behind. Yep. Yep. Just ran into blue-white Cheons. Okay. Not drawing lands into only drawing lands. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. I'm not blocking, so we're attacking. Yep, I'll take the trades. That's fine. All right, if looks like, well, all right, they have cryptic command mana. That's not great. Palace Jailer, awesome. Okay, we need to draw land. That's a land. Yep, pay 2 life. I think I'm gonna do it in at the end of turn, at the end of their turn. See if I can catch something else. Because we need to rip. Eh, we need to rip really, really good. Catching Lauren here is pretty good. If they mana leak me, we're just dead. Yeah. Okay. That was an unfortunate end to this league. We did get our money back, but I am going to be done for the evening. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. I'd like to, again, thank you all for coming out and watching the stream. I will be live again tomorrow at noon. And if you missed any of today's stream, you can find it on my YouTube channel along with all of my other socials in the link tree on my profile. And if you are watching this on YouTube, you can find my Twitch information in the description. You can also find my link tree to the rest of my socials on my profile page. Again, I will be live tomorrow at noon Eastern. And thank you once again for watching. And I will see you next time.